Would you take relationship advice from somebody that's been divorced 6 times? Would you get financial advice from somebody who is bankrupt? Would you get medical advice from the cashier at your grocery store? So why would you take health advice from somebody with breast implants? I have been wanting to bring this topic up for months. And what always stops me from creating this video and of course publishing it is the thought of trolls and haters and people interpreting what I'm about to say completely different than how my heart and my intentions feel about this topic. So especially over the last 6 months, I have seen a lot of posts in regards to like this kind of topic. I've seen it actually now from 4 different angles, and I want to share all the angles with you. And then I want to implore you to maybe approach this topic and see this topic in a new light. So we'll get into that in a second. All right, so over the last few months, I've seen 4 that I can think of, 4 different posts on social media from 4 different angles. And so the first post that I saw was actually on Instagram. I think it was a man, like a boy, male, who posted this. And I think he was in like the fitness and health space. But it said something along the lines of, why would you take advice from a woman who has breast implants? And I'll have to admit, when I first got my breast implants taken out, I was on that trip. I was like, I will not be taking health advice from anybody who has breast implants. Like, what do they know? They don't take their health seriously. And I was on my high horse, so to say, right? But I have a different experience when it comes to health than most women, especially us women who had breast implants and got sick from them. So we have a totally different experience and different mindset when it comes to health, breast implants, and how those 2 things get kind of meshed together. So anyways, I was like, okay, yeah, that's a cool post. Yeah, like I can get down with that. And then I saw another post, and this was from an actual health coach who just recently explanted. And she was talking about all of her symptoms and stuff. And she was talking about how she felt out of alignment with having breast implants, yet she was teaching and coaching women about health and how to get healthier. And so she felt like kind of like a hypocrite, like who am I to teach health when I have these 2 toxic foreign objects in my body that I know about, right? And I can totally relate to that. That's honestly how I have felt in the past before I got my breast implants taken out. It's like, who am I to teach about health and loving your body when I have breast implants in my body, right? So I can totally relate to her. I get what she's saying. Then there was another, this was just recently, this was just last week, and this is from a friend of mine. So she is very well known in the breast implant illness community. She has her own Facebook group. She has her own breast implant healing program. And she still has some photos and some videos, I think it's just mainly photos, like on her website and stuff, with her breast implants in. Like she hasn't updated her brand and got new photos and all of that. And somebody took the time to email her and tell her that, hey, I'm not following you anymore because you explanted and you're all about, living a healthy life and loving your body, and, you're advocating for breast implant illness and, all this stuff, yet you still have all these pictures on your website and social media and stuff of you with breast implants in, and I'm unfollowing you, and I wish you well, but this and that, Seeing that email, because I saw the email, it really hurt my heart for both of them, because I know the person on the receiving end. I know her heart, her intentions, the value that she brings to this world. And then I also know the person who took the time to write this email. One, probably has some triggers that they need to address, especially when it comes to other women with breast implants. And, they have some unhealed, maybe some trauma from the past and their body image that they need to address as well. So that was just from like another angle of shaming somebody for having breast implants, right? And then just recently, I think this was just a few days ago, I I commented on somebody's post who is a health and fitness expert, and they just got their breast implants redone smaller. And I commented and I said, hey, did your surgeon ever tell you about breast implant illness or what these breast implants are made of? Because typically surgeons don't disclose this information. And, there's these chemicals like formaldehyde and acetone and heavy metals, blah, 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 that's in these breast implants. And, there's all these different symptoms to look out for. And I can send you the actual PDF off of the FDA's own website as to like what these implants are made out of and all the studies and all the contradictions and all the warnings and all that. And she's just like, she commented back and she's just like, I trust my surgeon and I'm gonna pass. And so I was like, okay, And so here's what I want to say in regards to somebody who's a health and fitness coach who teaches fitness, getting in shape, health, maybe even body image like me, right? And whether or not you should hire them or look up to them or follow them. So here's what I have to say about that. And if you know me, I think you kind of know what my answer always is. And so if something feels out of alignment with you, different energy, doesn't feel right, don't do it. So like if it's important to you that you have a health and fitness coach who doesn't have breast implants, right? If that's important to you, do whatever you do to make you happy. But at the same time, try not to shame somebody who is in the health and fitness industry who does have breast implants. Because the way that I see this is, it's like a body image crisis is what I'm trying to say. It's not so much like a health crisis, although it can turn into a health crisis like it has for a bunch of us. So somebody having breast implants, it's a very personal decision. And so even though you might present information to that person, like, hey, have you heard about breast implant illness? I see that you're experiencing these symptoms, maybe it could be your breast implants. There are gonna be those women who just don't wanna hear it. And the thing that I always say is, all we can really do is present the information to whoever, and when the timing is right, if something happens to go wrong with their body or if they're just not feeling well over time, at least you put that thought into their head, right? So all we can do is really present information to people, and whether they're ready to receive it or not, that is on them, because we are all, as women, we are all on our own journey, our own happiness journey, our own fitness journey, loving our body journey. And so when you go to a woman, and even though you're like, look, there's all these chemicals in it, like it bombards your immune system, it bogs down your liver, like taxes your hormones, like how do you not get this, right? You just want to be like, you're a health and fitness coach, how do you not get this? It's a body image thing. And so you're threatening their body image and something that makes them feel really good. And so maybe that woman, she's not having issues with her breasts. She loves them. She feels good in them. She doesn't care about breast implant illness. Like, I know for me, I can put myself in other people's shoes. And when I had breast implants and I felt good and they looked good and I wasn't sick, if somebody would have came to me and said, hey, I have all these symptoms and you should really look into breast implant illness, I would have been like, yeah, but I'm fine. Like, I feel fine. I'm not having issues with my breast implants. What I'm trying to say, my whole message in this is not black and white. It's not, you shouldn't hire somebody or take a program from somebody who's a health and fitness coach, but they have breast implants. Like, that's just wrong, right? We're women and we have to support women, and all we can do, especially for those of us who have gone through breast implant illness and who have have had issues from our breast implants, all we can do is just present somebody with the information, and whether they're ready to receive it or not, that is on them, because again, we're on our own journey. And we can't expect everybody to be as disgusted with what is in those breast implants as we are, because we were sick with them and we were inside of the doctor's offices and stuff like that, especially to somebody who's not having issues with them. They're just gonna blow it off. I know I probably would have as well. So You may have thought I was going to say you shouldn't hire somebody or follow somebody who has had breast implants or has breast implants who is a health coach, but that's not what I'm saying at all. It's a very gray area, and at the end of the day, she has to do what's best for her and her body, her fitness, her happiness, and you have to do what's best for yours, right? We're always advocating for my body, my choice, right? And it's really no different when it comes to breast implants and health coaches and fitness coaches, you know, because it kind of feels like, especially if they know about breast implant illness, right? It's like, you know about breast implant illness and you know about especially what the breast implants are made out of, and you're claiming to be a health coach and health is super important to you. But like for me, the stuff that's made up of breast implants, I wouldn't lather on my skin. I wouldn't drink, none of that. And so for me, it was like, why would I have these things inside of my body, right? But again, going back to the main message is that us women, we're on our own journey. And, you know, for an example, last year during quarantine and all this stuff, when gyms were closed and all that, I actually did a fitness challenge. And the coach for the fitness challenge, she has breast implants. And so for me, there's a lot of women in the fitness industry who have breast implants. I would say for every one woman who doesn't have breast implants, there's probably 100 that do. It's just kind of like how it is in the fitness industry. I know when I got into fitness, it was kind of like a thing for me also. It's like I have, you know, I'm able to build and lose weight in the areas that I want to, but I can't do anything about my chest, right? And so you just go out and you get breast implants, right? But for me, I kind of draw the line when it comes to health. So if I'm going to take health advice from somebody, for me, it kind of does feel out of alignment to take health advice from somebody who has breast implants and who maybe even knows about breast implant illness and what breast implants are made out of, which is like the most important aspect, but doesn't take it seriously because I don't know, just my brain can't wrap the two together. It's like, you know how unhealthy these are and you're giving health advice, but you don't truly care about health, but you do care about health, right? Like health is super important to you, but only if it doesn't threaten your body image. That's just me. That's just me being real. And at the end of the day, always do what's best for you. Follow who you feel in alignment with, whether they have breast implants or not. I follow a lot of fitness accounts and a lot of them have breast implants and I honestly don't judge them. Some of them I've brought up like breast implant illness and what breast implants are made up of to them, and they welcomed that. I've had quite a few who were like, I don't care, stop sending me info about this, right? And so again, to each their own, and all we can do is just place the little piece of information into their ear, and maybe years down the road, if they start getting symptoms like fatigue and brain fog and joint pain and they're losing their hair and their hormones are all out of whack and they're gasping for air and their lymph nodes are swollen and they're having heart palpitations and they're having insomnia, the list goes on, then they'll be like, oh yeah, like breast implant illness, like let me look into that now. So until then, you just do you, work with and follow whoever feels into alignment with you, and you know, share some information with some women, but do it in a very classy way, you know, not pushy, not in your face, stuff like that. So that's just my 2 cents on this topic. I've seen it a lot lately from all different angles, and so I would love to hear what you think. When it comes to hiring a health or fitness coach, is it important to you that they don't have breast implants, or does that not really matter to you? So I'd love to hear what you have to say about this in the comments below. Definitely go share this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe my YouTube channel. I'll see you next week.